It's interesting, at the 1980 Olympia, the only people who saw Arnold as the winner, happiness, which can only be derived from achieving goals.
Mike is 27, a pre-med student. He won the 1976 Mr. America.
It's a wonderful endeavor in and of itself. There's a lot of self-satisfaction.
Mike.
Darcy Beckles of Barbados was second overall, and Dave Dupre was third overall.
Well, I got into bodybuilding, and that led to, of course, an intense interest in the body.
On developing other aspects of your life along with it, like your philosophy, then you're just going to end up with
Mike Mentzer's health and institutionalization. Picture this. It's 1990, and the bodybuilding world is rocked by shocking news about one of its former champions, Mike Mentzer. This guy wasn't just any bodybuilder. He was a legend, a former Mr. Olympia champion known for his intense dedication and unconventional training methods. But things took a wild turn when Mentzer started acting, well, bizarre. His behavior got so out there that he ended up getting confined to a psychiatric ward. You can just imagine the uproar this caused. Suddenly, everyone was questioning what was going on with his mental state. Controversies had swirled around him like a storm. People were scratching their heads trying to make sense of it all. He was the iconic figure, someone who had reached the pinnacle of physical fitness, now facing criticisms and doubts about his mental well-being. It was a side of the man that nobody saw coming. For 4 weeks, Mentzer was in the psychiatric ward, and during that time, the spotlight was firmly fixed on him. Critics and fans alike were grappling with this unexpected turn of events. The whole situation was like a whirlwind, raising eyebrows and sparking discussions across the bodybuilding community. Imagine being in Mentzer's shoes for a moment. Once at the top of your game, and suddenly your life takes this unexpected detour. It wasn't just a personal struggle, it became a public spectacle. The controversies and criticisms didn't just rock his world, they sent shockwaves through the entire bodybuilding universe.
But if you were to look deep down inside of yourself, get honest, what you're really looking for.
No one piece of equipment is capable of working magic. For optimal results, the single most important factor
Come on up. Fight it, you mangy coward. Come on, one more.
Happiness, which can only be derived from achieving goals.
Controversy surrounding his demise. Mike Mentzer's passing in 2001 sent ripples of shock and reflection through the bodybuilding world. Here was this titan of the sport, a former Mr. Olympia champion, leaving us at a relatively young age of 49 due to heart failure. It was like losing a pioneer, someone who had left an indelible mark on the industry. But his demise didn't mark the end of an era. It stirred up a whole pot of debate and discussions. People started questioning whether Mentzer's relentless hardcore training style might have played a role in his health issues. You see, his approach was intense, like really intense. He was all about high-intensity, low-volume workouts that pushed the boundaries of what most people thought was humanly possible. This style wasn't just about lifting heavy weights, it was about pushing yourself to the absolute limit in each session. Mentzer believed in squeezing every ounce of effort out of every rep. And while that kind of dedication helped him achieve greatness, it also led to speculations about whether it took a toll on his heart health. And then came the talk about performance-enhancing substances. You know, that elephant in the room whenever you talk about elite bodybuilders from that era? There were whispers, accusations even, about whether Mentzer might have dabbled in those substances to sculpt his phenomenal physique. But here's the thing actually. Despite all these debates, there was no smoking gun. No concrete evidence directly linking his training style or alleged substance use to his heart failure. It was more of a could it be rather than a confirmed this is why. The truth is, heart failure can stem from a myriad of factors like genetics, lifestyle, and medical history, all tangled up in a complex web. So while people speculated and debated, the absolute truth behind what caused Mentzer's heart failure remained elusive, shrouded in the fog of uncertainty. It's a cautionary tale in a way. His dedication to pushing the limits, his training methods, they're part of his legacy. But they also raise questions about the fine line between pushing boundaries and taking care of your body. In the end, the controversies around his demise became part of a complex narrative of a man who lived and breathed bodybuilding, leaving behind a legacy that still felt in gyms around the world.
Well, I got into bodybuilding, and that led to, of course, an intense interest in the body.
On developing other aspects of your life along with it, like your philosophy, then you're just going to end up with
speculations and unsubstantiated claims. The shadow of steroid use loomed over Mike Mentzer's career despite the absence of concrete proof. Persistent accusations and rumors followed him like a persistent cloud. In an era where drug testing and bodybuilding was less rigorous, such speculation wasn't uncommon for top athletes, and Mentzer wasn't exempt from these suspicions. His incredible physique, coupled with the prevailing culture of the time, fueled these ongoing speculations. Many believe that to reach the pinnacle of the sport, some athletes might resort to using performance-enhancing substances. However, amidst all the talk, no test conclusively proved that Mentzer had used steroids or any other banned substances during his competitive years. Another contentious point revolved around Mentzer's brother, Ray Mentzer. Some reports suggested a potential connection between Ray's history of substance abuse and Mike's untimely passing. However, these claims lacked substantiated evidence. They were more like fragments of gossip rather than established facts, adding to the intrigue, but not offering any concrete answers about the circumstances surrounding Mike Mentzer's demise. The absence of definitive proof in both these controversies created an atmosphere of uncertainty and speculation. While the whispers persisted, they remained just that, whispers without the weight of evidence. These speculative claims, although intriguing, only added layers of complexity to the narrative of a bodybuilding icon whose life was marked by both dedication and mystery.
3 separate workouts. Workout number 1, viewer, you may recall, was chest and back.
Mike.
Darcy Beckles of Barbados was second overall, and Dave Dupre was third overall.
The purpose of all goal achievement is to develop a sense of mastery, efficacy. I thought that evil was something you just read about in novels and newspapers, when in fact evil is something that's around all of us.
Legacy and impact on bodybuilding. Mike Mentzer might have been surrounded by controversies and speculations, but his legacy as a bodybuilder stands tall and revered. Despite the debates and unanswered questions about his passing, his impact on the world of fitness remains nothing short of legendary. His unconventional training methods were a game changer, pushing the boundaries of what was believed possible in bodybuilding. Mentzer's high-intensity, low-volume workouts weren't just about lifting weight. They were a philosophy, an approach that aimed for maximum efficiency and effectiveness. And guess what? They inspired legions of athletes and trainers who sought to emulate his methods. His influence wasn't just about his physique or his accolades, it was about his ideas. Mentzer challenged the status quo, urging people to rethink traditional training approaches. He made bodybuilders reconsider how they approach their workouts, focusing on intensity over volume and quality over quantity. Even in the midst of controversy surrounding his passing, his teachings and philosophies continue to shape the way people trained and approached fitness. He's the kind of figure who, despite the debates about his life, left an indelible mark on bodybuilding history, a mark that continues to resonate through gyms, training programs, and the minds of those seeking to push their physical limits. In essence, Mike Mentzer's legacy isn't just about his victories or the controversies surrounding his demise. It's about the revolution he sparked in the fitness world, challenging norms and leaving behind a blueprint that continues to inspire countless athletes and trainers even to this day. He remains a towering figure in bodybuilding history, remembered not just for what he achieved, but for the innovative methods he introduced to the world of fitness.
Well, certainly a bodybuilder has to have a knowledge of all the muscles, but that's not why I chose medicine, no.
Your goal is sharply, but realistically defined. All that remains is carrying out your plan.
Also judged to have the best arms and the best legs.
But if you were to look deep down inside of yourself, Get honest. What you're really looking for.
The feud with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The clash between Mike Mentzer and Arnold Schwarzenegger during the 1980 Mr. Olympia contest was like something out of a heavyweight boxing match. Intense, heated, and talked about for years to come. These weren't just two competitors, they represented contrasting ideologies in the world of bodybuilding. Tensions were brewing backstage as these titans prepared to go head-to-head. Schwarzenegger, the poster boy for high-volume multiple-set workout, clashed philosophically with Mentzer, who advocated fiercely for high-intensity, low-volume training. Their differences weren't just about lifting weights, they were about fundamentally opposing approaches to achieving greatness in the sport. The feud reached a boiling point when Schwarzenegger made a cutting remark about Mentzer's physique during the competition. That comment lit a fire under Mentzer, sparking a heated confrontation that reflected not just their rivalry, but the clash of their training ideologies. Emotions ran high, and the feud took a personal turn, intensifying an already fierce competitive rivalry. Despite eventual reconciliation between the two bodybuilding icons, some believe that the bitterness stemming from that confrontation lingered. It's like that grudge stayed with Mentzer, possibly impacting both his personal and professional life. Some speculate that this lingering bitterness might have contributed to his eventual withdrawal from competitive bodybuilding. It's a testament to the power of rivalry and its potential impact beyond the stage. The feud between Schwarzenegger and Mentzer wasn't just a showdown between two bodybuilding legends. It represented conflicting philosophies that ran deep. And while they might have buried the hatchet later, the scars of that intense rivalry might have played a role in shaping the trajectory of Mentzer's life and career.
It's interesting, at the 1980 Olympia, the only people who saw Arnold as the winner, happiness, which can only be derived from achieving goals.
Mike is 27, a pre-med student. He won the 1976 Mr. America.
It's a wonderful endeavor in and of itself. There's a lot of self-satisfaction.
Darcy Beckles of Barbados was second overall, and Dave Dupre was third overall.
And that's gonna do it for this video, guys. See you next time, and bye for now.